Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna stop and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the pipe down. I need that.
As an immigrant who came into this country, adapting it every day, the language barrier, the culture barrier, everything, but you have to face it. I've been working my butt off, you know?
I was named after my grandfather, so I promise. Yeah, me and my dad.
Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. That's the veteran Justin Tucker, ready to get this one started. Off we go from Nashville. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down, at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. First carry for Joe Mixon. And a strong start on the ground, so he'll get 7 on the game's first play.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Come on. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run here with Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll run a draw with Mixon. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They are going for it. It's Ward. That one intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
They'll They'll stick with him again. They managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Milroe. That one on target to Moore. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. And he goes up top, looking for Komet. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
They're going on 4th down. Milroe. He's going to have a Texans first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Swing this one out to White. To the pylon, he's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Ward. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Ready.
Here's Mixon. Oh! And And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
That's another.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Get it.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
15-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Go.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Wolf. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that.
And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown, Titans.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back in Music City after this.
On the set. Ready.
Drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, like just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through and take it back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Milroe. He'll get this to the Missouri man, Luther Burden. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, they need 5.
Let's go now. 60 back.
Milroe. On the move left. He's going to look deep. Going to cut. And he will go all the way. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Now, first down throw for Ward. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Christian Harris there on the stop.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Back to throw is Ward. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
4-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Look him up on a second down and 8. To the air, it's Milrow. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Ready.
Off play action, it's Ward. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up third down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Ward. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term, run after catch, so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Come on. Set.
Now it's Milrow. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And third down coming up.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience. Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And they will finally get to him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Striking 18.
Throwing, Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Steady. Bronco 80. Steady.
To throw is Ward. He's got a man here. That's Alec Eilmanner. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal.
Here we go. Set. Get Cougar 19.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he will power his way into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown Titans. That is second touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5. Another run here with White. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tavontre Sweat there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. Now they'll throw it with Milroe. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
In second and
8. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Red. Cougar 19.
Here's Ward. This one not quite on target. But it was too much. That one falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Third, they need 8. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And that is incomplete.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Ward. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Milroe. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. He'll buy time left. He's able to keep his eyes downfield for the completion. And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Tucker for the point out.
Lining up for the extra point.
He's got it. And the Texans have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
14. Justin Tucker set to
Very
kick off.
little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. On the return, it's Robinson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
4-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's Ward. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this 1st half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing is Ward. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Defended by Junior.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the 2nd half.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ward. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this 1st half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the 2nd half in just a moment. Quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Okay, ready? Go!
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan from the 34-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
Ready?
They'll run over center with White, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 54 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
On the ground, this is White. Work down at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They'll go again with White. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On 3rd down, Milroe. That is caught, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Rashad White, touchdown, Houston. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll bring this to about the 25. That's Henry Toto on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll spot the former Longhorn, Gunnar Helm. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he will have a Titans first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
First down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
This one is caught downfield by Ridley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another
23 yards on that pass play. First down for Tennessee.
Here we go, set, ready.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And some good blocking. Bringing a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Okay, break.
9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
A 5-yard gain.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 4-yard line.
On the jump.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Mixon. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Back to throw is Ward. Over the top. He's got it. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half.
Set to kick off.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Tap the 60. Tap the...
The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. A throw downfield, caught by Burden. A gain of 24 through the air. First down for Houston.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Play action, it's Milroe. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Let's go now. 76.
To the air, it's Milroe. And that is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Hold it ready.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
Viking 18. Let's go.
Here's Milroe to throw. Now he'll work his way out right. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing again, it's Milroe. Pushed out to his left. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now, 1st down throw for Moore. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's Jaquan Brisker, the safety, up from the defensive backfield, and he's got a sack.
6-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They will work the middle with Mixon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Brought down at his own 8-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Come on. Set.
Throwing, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. To throw is Ward. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On the run to the right. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
And that is incomplete.
Pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Ready, set. Ready.
They're going on fourth down. Milrow. He gets this complete to Burden. He's going to have a Texans first down. How about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they needed to keep this drive going.
Houston.
Ready.
To throw again is Milrow. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Again, it's Milrow. He'll find his running back, White. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White.
Deshaun White, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches.
Let's go.
He'll go. It's White. He gets free. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
And the Texans first down. First and goal at the 4-yard
White
line.
is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Texans 42, Titans 21. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? I mean, shit I seen, send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
On first down, it's Ward. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Henry Tuotuo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Milrow. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Burden, the man on the move. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the gun, it's Milrow. He's got room to roam. And he will score! Cooper Kupp, touchdown Texans. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Off play action, it's Ward. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
Well, it's late, you're losing, things really haven't gone your way all day today, and there's really not much left to do other than to try to take some big shots downfield. That time the coverage is really good and just falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Ward. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Ward. Middle of the field, he's got a crew close. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well first. It'll bring up 4th down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Milroe going to throw it again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Hold the ready. Here we go. Shot. Ready, ready.
He'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over.